I'm also a fan of what my peoples are doing. So like, obviously for the people, like I do what my community is doing. Like, not many of my community are on TikTok.
I don't know many.
None of my community are on Snapchat. None of my community are on these platforms.
Well, you say that, but your missus is.
Not on Snapchat.
No, she's on TikTok. She sends you links to TikTok.
No.
You sent a screenshot saying
4
links
from
TikTok.
No, bro, that's the key thing about TikTok. You don't have to have an account to watch all these things. She don't have an account.
So you're opening up to I don't click those links. You have to click 2 more things.
Bro, she's literally going on TikTok and watching videos. She don't have an account. How do you? That's a thing. Snapchat. I think you have to have an account.
No. Someone's. That's not right. Yeah, that's nonsense.
Do you have to have an account?
Hey, bro, she's got an account.
I didn't know that.
That's not older.
I didn't know that.
Your missus got an account, G.
Because what happens is initially, right? You sent these links to the chat.
I didn't know that.
She actually created
an account to watch videos. Oh, fair enough.
I've clicked on one, right? And you can only see like I think 2 or 3, and then it says you have to join now.
Oh,
She's got an account. She's got a blank account. Yeah. You're so dumb, bro. What?
Okay, you're right.
Oh yeah, of course.
Tracksuit at tracksuit.
Oh, so she's got an account. Yeah,
on everything.
That's funny.
He's thinking about it now. Look.
He's like, what else does she have?
If I'm going to be worried about her having a track, if I'm going to be worried about my missus having a TikTok account, listen, forget about it. You might as well just pack it all in.
Lock off.
TikTok.
But what other accounts has she got?
Yeah, I'd be more nervous if it was like a Bumble account or something, or a Tinder account.
Bumble. What should OnlyFans just defeating as well?
Nah, it's not the one really. But people are making money off OnlyFans, so I'm not going to knock it.
So she's making peas.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
people are making money.
She's making peas.
No, but I'd be more worried about
TikTok. Hold on a second. I've got a question for you. Right, here's a question for you.
Go on.
If your missus said to you, "I've got an offer, right, that I need to talk to you about." Basically, I'm gonna make more money from OnlyFans than you make in a month. Right? In fact, I'm gonna make 5 times what you make in a month.
I need a figure, bro.
It's a big question, actually.
You need a figure.
I need a figure, bro.
Okay, right.
Figures. Yeah, I need figures. Yeah,
it's a very important question, actually. It's a really important question.
Figures, please. Figures.
So there are. That means that there is a number. Everyone has a price, right? So, what is your number?
Yeah,
that is the question.
First,
really.
What's our missus doing?
Yeah, what is she showing?
Doing on OnlyFans?
She's on OnlyFans.
Anything
it doesn't matter. That's not the question.
It doesn't matter.
That's not the question.
Yeah, but you know you could.
She's got an OnlyFans account.
Listen.
Yeah.
Be realistic now. If your missus sits you down and she says, "Love, I've got an OnlyFans account, right? I just wanted you to know about it. We're making X amount of money."
Yeah.
You can rest assured that there's some stuff on there that you might have to
make that money. Yeah, first off, mine is nah.
My answer.
No numbers.
No numbers.
No, my answer is what if she's already got it. So what are you gonna do? She's already got it.
Huh?
She's come to you. Your missus come to you. She goes, "I've already got it, and I'm just telling you, I'm making this amount."
Listen, right? It's 2021. You don't need to ask permission, right? They're just coming to inform you. Right? This is the scenario. You've been sat down.
No, what?
It's being locked off. OnlyFans is being locked. I'm telling her, I will make that peas. I'll get 5 other jobs.
Okay.
Done. 5 other jobs. I'll sign up to Amazon jobs and all of that. Yeah.
To be fair, for me, it would be. I'll be real. It'll be. I'll most probably leave. Yeah. Yeah. Right. But before I leave, I'll do what he said. I'd say, look, first of all, just clarify what have you posted so far. Thus far, what has gone up. Now, if anything's gone up too mad, it's a lock off immediately. It's a lock off immediately.
What is too mad? Because there's no one else involved. It's just your missus. That's all.
Listen, if there's any sexual, like Tigers videos that I'm seeing.
No, but
Tigers videos. What do you mean Tigers?
Yeah, if it's anything sexual, even if it's by herself, whatever.
Tigers.
Sorry.
Tigers OnlyFans. He does madness.
You man.
Sorry. Wait. I thought you meant
with Tigers.
Tigers getting involved.
No. If it's anything, listen. If it's anything, if
you're talking about a rapper, I was talking about an animal.
No. If it's anything sexual on her own, I don't know about you, man, but for me, it's a calm lock off. It's a very calm lock off.
Lads.
Pack your bags,
lads.
I wish you all the best.
I'll make you a tea.
It's a calm lock off.
Yeah, lads,
no shouting.
So actually, it's slightly controversial. I mean, this is completely
chauvinistic. Actually,
Yeah.
I disagree with both of them.
Right. Okay. So what's your
I'll tell you what. I'll just be very open with you. You man are forgetting that actually you can be on OnlyFans and actually be a professional. You can be very like you can be very conventional. You don't. It doesn't have to be.
No, but you said it could be anything.
No, yeah. I'm saying.
You're saying just a dildo thing.
I'm saying if my missus is on OnlyFans,
yeah,
and
dildo
it's not sexual related,
yeah,
then cool. She's making 5 times salary.
No, that's not what we were saying.
No, but she didn't say
dildo
thing.
She just said, look, it's just like no man. It's a dildo thing.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Listen. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the question? Sorry, what's the question?
This the whole OnlyFans.
You said OnlyFans,
right? Means, and you can be professional.
Thank you.
Hold on a second, CJ. Hold your horses. Before you claim the dub. Yeah, he's claiming the dub. It's not done.
Oh my god.
Okay, 89th minute winner income. These OnlyFans accounts are run by professionals, but they are professional sex workers.
No, that's not true, by the way.
Mostly it is.
Mostly, that's a very key word. Not all,
okay,
mostly.
But look, what I'm talking about here is a situation or a scenario where your partner has sat you down and told you that she has an OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
She's been running it for a month.
Yeah.
It's been successful.
Cool.
It's been so successful that she's made X amount of money.
Right.
That
40 bags.
That X is your monthly salary times by 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what's on that OnlyFans account? She hasn't disclosed to you. She's just telling you she's got an OnlyFans account.
And for her to be making that amount of money,
you can assume that something is going on.
Okay.
People aren't paying to watch professionals. I don't know what kind of.
No, I don't. You're being too nice, right? No, you're being too nice here. Just answer the way me and I already answered. What I'm trying to say is, if your missus was just like, look, listen, I'll be real. As you know, you're my husband. I'm not with no man or anything. It's a dildo thing, right? No, listen. I've made 50 racks in a month, right? Yeah. What? How are you approaching? Are you just locking off? Or are you having a conversation?
To be fair, let's be real. All of us in this pod, no one is going to be very happy with their missus.
But are you locking it off though? Are you locking it off?
Like no one. It's all the same answer. But my point is, if she's doing something conventional, which is less seedy, then of course
give us an example. Give me an example.
I think the reputation of
give me an example. Something conventional.
Is it impossible to make money on OnlyFans
but give me
without doing something that involves a dildo stick?
Okay.
Is it possible?
Feet.
No. But any kind of innuendo.
Even
can you run a business
in your endo?
Look, in previous episodes we've talked about like ASMR. And the ASMR artists. No, listen to this, right? The ASMR artists that I have actually looked at as a result of doing either research for that podcast or just looking online afterwards.
Man said research.
No, I've looked afterwards.
In-depth research.
I've told you I like ASMR.
Yeah, I remember you said.
But
fair.
What I've been interested in is actually that it is so closely connected because all these people have clearly realised I can make bank if I just do that little bit more. And I'll point to these this YouTube couple that I used to kind of follow the drama of as this episode was unfolding online, and it was between two people called Bashaverse and his girlfriend who was called Clara Babylegs. And they were not people that I'd ever heard of before. They were Minecraft YouTubers, which is like a video game for
I know Minecraft.
I think for kids, or specifically for kids anyway, but enjoyed by people. Now, they had hit a rough patch, and for some reason or not, they had gone viral. And I think he'd been up to some dodgy stuff, as I think a lot of these Minecraft YouTubers actually are, right? Now, what happened as a result of him kind of losing his nut and having a breakdown on YouTube, which, whilst very dramatic, was just kind of encapsulating content, was that they split up and she carried on her online career and has pursued the cam girl work, the extracurricular stuff to make extra money. And because the money is so good, it's very difficult to then go back, right? So it's potentially
it's enticing, isn't it, for a lot of girls?
Right.
Seeing that, and you see some of the like clips we've seen, like women buying houses after they've joined OnlyFans within months, bro.
I'm telling you.
So for a normal girl seeing that, she might just be like, you know what, why not?
I think there's a conversation to be had though, because I think there's a very close crossover between wellness and like someone whispering in the microphone on OnlyFans doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be provocative. It might be on the borderline of it, But as long as they're not getting tits out and fanny out and all that sort of stuff and like using tools, then I think there's a conversation to be had.
Okay.
I think if your missus or anyone's missus is helping someone in a making you feel better way just by talking to you, I think there's a conversation to be had.
Okay, well,
I really do. I genuinely do. I think if one of your missus,
would you let your missus sign up for it just to see, like she signed up to Instagram?
I think if my missus is giving advice to people and has a really like a very what's the word like a really nice tone. No, not even dressing up. Like not even the dressing up bit.
Sexy Nick.
I think the tone is important. I think you might go and see therapy. You might see a therapist and just like speaking to people.
That's a good shout, you know.
And, like, bro, listen. There's something about a tone. Don't sleep on the tone. I think a woman's tone can be everything.
What's your missus' tone saying?
Right. It's decent still. Yeah.
Cool.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to episode 7 of For the People podcast. My name is Hugh Wizzy and you're joined by Tracksuit, CJ and DJ Ironic for another episode. Thanks so much for joining us. Welcome back to the channel, or if you are listening on Apple, Spotify or Google or Amazon or any of the major podcasting platforms, we are out here. You can send your relationship emails for advice from the Agony Uncles to forthepeoplepodcast@gmail.com. We've got a few of those to go through today, so we are going to crack straight on. There's plenty to talk about. Let's move straight into it. Have you seen this Gorilla Glue woman?
Jesus, we started there, yeah.
We're going there, yeah.
Ironic, what are your thoughts on that? Because it baffled me a lot.
Have you actually watched the video?
I saw it earlier. I saw it. I saw it. I was like, this is mad. Like, this is the sort of thing that you're like, this only happens in America. It's
people
that
from America have this kind of like label as far as British people go.
Yeah, I mean, just like, obviously I've got love for my Americans. I've got some of my closest friends in America, but obviously for us lot, no one's getting their hair like stuck with glue, Gorilla Glue. So I can't really relate to it.
Was she from Florida? Because you know Florida people are.
My boy lives in Florida as well. Big up Jason.
It's mad in Florida. It's crazy. Isn't it?
They're just getting on with life.
Yeah, but can we go back?
All right.
Florida, Florida's wild.
There's no lockdown, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I just watched the Super Bowl. They just did the Super Bowl with the Weeknd concert and everything.
But how do you
full stadium?
But back to the question: how do you get your hair stuck with Gorilla Glue?
I guess, is it to do with wigs and all that, or what?
Yeah, I mean,
to wash it out.
She has been using products initially, and then that product's run out, so she's tried the Gorilla Glue because it's got glue on it as well.
Do you know what's mad about it? Yeah, when I think about it, it's like I saw her face. The problem is she's got a very striking face, right? Very. No, I mean that in a nice way. Like, it's a very depends on who's looking, but it's a very. It catches the eye. Like, it was on a lot of platforms, and you've got this woman. She's got a very striking face. She's staring. Her eyes are like this.
Yeah.
Wait.
Her eyes are like that. Have you seen the picture? There's an image of her staring, and I was like, because it kept coming on bare platforms, like GRM Daily posted it. I was like, what?
You said she got a very striking face. I mean, in a nice way. Face. He said she good looking. You said
it depends on who's. Yeah, because for me, I'm just
is
like,
she good looking?
She's got very piercing eyes. Like, it's like
so like, she is good looking.
Eyes that will kill you.
Oh,
so she's not good looking.
Some people like that. For me, I'm like, I was a bit intimidated by it. I was like, raw. Okay. I was like, raw. Like,
well, look, she's clearly suffered.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
say.
So there's a deeper thing to it. So like, the whole thing was, it became a bit of. I was like, oh, is this a joke? Like, right? Because you're hearing the headline is, girl gets hair stuck by Gorilla Glue. So I was like, what is all this nonsense? And it kept coming up
everywhere.
It kept coming up in my newsfeed everywhere. So I was like, what is going on here? So I looked into it. I was like, raw, this is actually quite a serious issue. Like, she used Gorilla Glue to wash out her hair.
Okay, do you know what Gorilla Glue is?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like the strongest glue you can get.
It's not a joke. Like, when you put it, you can't. It's not like sellotape. Put it that way.
See, I don't actually know, right? But what I'm going to assume this is like is you can get these sprays for tires, for example, where if you've got like a puncture, you just spray over it and it kind of seals the hole, and that will last for 50,000 miles on the road. So if you can imagine her trying to wash this stuff out of her head, she's having massive issues and had to have surgery that cost, I think, $12,000.
This is the problem.
But As a result of the pain that she went through, as a result of this going so viral, she actually raised over $25,000 in the GoFundMe that someone set up for her.
Well, this is what I was going to say.
Which, look, his eyes just lit up.
He's like, I'm putting Gorilla Glue on my head tomorrow.
So here's my question. How much do I have to pay you for you to put Gorilla Glue on your head?
Okay, so honestly, I was going to say this is another example of how you can go become an overnight celebrity in this day and age.
And was it set up? It could have been.
I wouldn't be surprised. This is the world we're living in now. Me personally, I don't want to put Gorilla Glue on my hair. I don't want you to give me money to put Gorilla Glue on my hair. I like my hair. Do you see what I mean?
Right.
But I get it. Like, you become an overnight celebrity, and there's, you know, you got things to do. Like, we're in lockdown.
She's
if you're making
a
money,
lawsuit apparently.
The thing is as well, she obviously...
Because there's not enough of a warning on the...
Yeah,
that's the thing. So she done this knowing the repercussions, yeah? She done it.
She's about to win a lawsuit.
I don't think it was on purpose.
CJ is saying there are people out there who might be manipulative enough to kind of use this to their advantage, but I don't think she is. I think she's genuinely just thought, I run out of that product, let me see if this one works, not realising the error of her ways.
Which is she's about to win a lot of money. She's winning the lawsuit.
It's a W.
Because it's just like they're apparently she's winning the case because there wasn't enough of a warning. No, that's it. On the Gorilla Glue product, it doesn't say, and she's got good lawyers clearly. It doesn't say don't put on hair.
Oh, you've looked into
that's
this
bad.
No, this is another thing entirely right. America is also famous for the lawsuit.
That's what I'm trying to say. Only in America can this be like a big case.
Yeah. TMZ covering it. It was mad.
I've got an auntie in America. She lives in Washington DC.
Okay.
And when I was a young child, she won a lawsuit for $1 million.
Wow, what for?
It was for something stupid. Oh, no, it was at work. It was a typical one at work. Something fell on her head.
No, but that's you got to sue, innit?
Yeah, something. But it shouldn't hurt herself. It was something, but something fell down on her, and she won $1 million. This is when I was a kid, and so when I went to visit them, it's millionaire. So and I realized America is really like a lawsuit place.
But
like you can sue for everything.
But this is the reason why when you go to restaurants, right, the customer service people are so on point.
Yeah,
because you don't want to drop ketchup on a customer.
You don't want to, man.
Because you just don't know. They just don't know.
Really?
Ketchup
but there's something
that might be a little bit
called
extreme, but you don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah, there's something called counter-sue.
Well, it's just a non-stop process out there, right? Everyone's suing each other.
But here's my question, right? So this girl with the Gorilla Glue in her hair, how has that blown up overnight? Where's that come from? How's that picked up the traction?
This is how the internet works, right? And I think this is how things like Big Brother initially were so fascinating, right? We get this new look inside people's lives, and when we can make ourselves feel like we're a bit above people, or people are doing just foolishness, we're more likely to click it or share it or show someone.
That's true.
So do you think someone from her side of things posted it and was like, look what happened to my friend or this girl I know?
Yeah, because it has to get out somewhere.
How did it get out? How has it been exposed?
Bro, if I got Gorilla Glue stuck to my hair, the first thing I don't do is go to Instagram. I sort the problem out.
That's not in 2021. You make TikToks.
Sure though, bro?
You make TikToks, Trillers, and Snapchat updates.
Sorry, is she with the Gorilla Glue in her hair? Was it life-threatening? Was it?
She's had to have real life.
I don't know. Have you seen the video?
She's had to have a real life.
The video is mental, right?
Well, what's the issue?
She's basically sprayed this thing on her head, which I told you seals tire track holes or whatever. And she's crying on camera, basically saying, I can't get this thing out of my head. My hair doesn't move. She's washed her hair with shampoo. She's rubbed it in her hair furiously, using her nails to try to scruff the hair up. She smooths the hair off with a towel or dries the shampoo off with a towel, and her hair hasn't moved.
Yeah,
it's just set, basically. And she's had to have surgery somehow, which has, freed up her hair. It's quite amazing.
Maybe she did post online to get the GoFundMe raising, because that's what a lot of people are doing now. Everything is a GoFundMe.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
If I can't get a sofa,
I didn't even contemplate that. But you reckon that's a possibility?
She might put it out there.
She might put it out there to raise some money to help fix this problem.
Or she might put it out there just being like, I want a bit of sympathy, and then lo and behold, suddenly bang, like someone's picked it up and been like, let's help this girl.
Right. So, okay. Have you had any situations yourselves where either something like this has gone very wrong?
Yeah, me.
You have?
In school, yeah.
Go on.
Go on, I want to hear.
No, mine's not too mad, but obviously, you know, like when you used to sit on your chair, like in school, like and push back and that.
Yeah.
I used to like do that a lot in it, just sit back and that. But obviously, I was resting my head on the wall, but I didn't clock that there was chewing gum there, innit? So I was just sitting there with chewing gums in my hair for like, for like 2 hours.
Shit! How did you get it out?
No, it was mad because it was proper stuck. So like it was, you couldn't pull it out. And then when my mum was trying to pull it out when I got home, it was mad, it was ripping out my hair. So she had to literally just cut my hair, a slice of my hair off with scissors.
Oh shit!
But then I had a patch at the back of my hair. It was peak, bro.
That's bro.
Chewing gum in my hair.
I'll make you feel. I'll top that. It's not happened to me, but I don't mind. Tracks, do you mind me sharing your story?
Just share the story. You're gonna share it.
I asked for permission now because I feel bad. It's quite bad. It's quite bad.
No. It's for the people.
Bro, it's quite bad.
people.
Okay, it's for the people. I hope you don't mind.
Let us know.
I've got nothing to hide.
Okay, fine, bro. Okay, so when we were younger, Tracks basically someone. It's quite bad.
Okay. What is it?
I'm looking forward to this.
We went to a house party, yeah.
Right.
And basically, you know what I mean?
Hey,
we went to a house party. We went to a house party.
Line,
this is when Anton was at his most wildest stage.
Okay,
like I can drink any of you man under the table, yeah. 16-year-old, 17-year-old Anton, full of like spunk and arrogance.
Okay, yes.
Right. So basically, man's down in like cans on Foster's. I'll do 5, you do 6, right?
Okay.
Bang, I'll do another 6.
Yeah.
Man was wasted, yeah? Ended up back at a yard. I wasn't there. This story got reported back to me the next day. Ended up back at a yard. We went to a really good school, so a lot of bougie man, like a lot of rugby players. You know what rugby men are like?
They love to
They
drink
don't
beer.
fuck about, yeah?
On it.
So basically, went back to yard. They were still sober. Anton, Tracks over here, was wasted. Fell out, yeah?
Did he fall
Like
over?
complete...
Or he was calm?
No, he passed out. You see, he passed out at
Couldn't
the
keep
yard.
up with the rugby
Passed out yard.
No, I can
The
tell.
rugby-
Can I take over?
Listen. Listen. The rugby boys are like,
It's mad.
yeah, get the clipper. We got the clipper.
Oh,
we got the
no.
clipper.
Oh.
Listen to me, you man. Shave the eyebrows, gone. Yeah?
Wow.
Eyebrow, one eyebrow,
Oh.
gone.
Oh.
Second eyebrow, gone.
Wait, where were you
Yeah.
at this time?
I heard.
He
I wasn't
wasn't
there.
there.
This story got reported
The
back to me.
story's
They
not-
say,
it's
listen.
accurate.
Let me
It's not
finish the
accurate. So I say it.
story.
It's not accurate.
Let me finish the story. Then you tell your side. To top things off, the ice on the cake, penis on the hair.
What do you mean?
They
Oh,
shaved
they
the penis,
shaved it.
shaped it. Yeah.
No,
Wow.
that's
Oh,
wrong.
penis
Shall I tell the real
engraved.
story? No, what happened was
Have I made
no,
it up?
it's
Have I
not
made it up?
accurate. You're close though.
What?
It was
Okay.
late.
Close. I'll take close.
First of all, it wasn't beer.
But you was-
Obviously,
you was a
it was
sleeper.
no, it was
You
me
still
against
beer.
it was me against a professional rugby player now
Yeah,
who plays for
I said
Wasps,
that.
right?
I said that.
And he's 7 foot, and I was arrogant and I was cocky, and I was like,
I
listen,
got the height wrong.
no, listen.
Sorry.
I was like, we both had a bottle of vodka each, and stupidly I said, last one to finish bottle of vodka each, 1 litre each, loses, right? I think it's £50 bet, right? And we had it during the house party. I was like, I'm gonna win this, yeah. He was sipping his bottle, sipping it. I said, let me just get in the leads. So I tried to down half a bottle of a litre of vodka. I was like, right, I'm halfway through. He's only got that much, yeah. Right, still bubbling, living. Next thing you know, I'm slurring, and people was trying to take my clothes off, stripping me down. The rugby lads trying to strip my jeans down.
Rugby.
But I'm holding on to my.
What is it with rugby lads?
They don't fuck about.
I'm holding on to my jeans, yeah, like this, and they're trying to strip me down. Luckily, there were girls there. They were like, "Get off him! Get off him!"
Nah, he
Surrounded.
goes mad
No,
to the
listen,
story.
there was
Getting
they,
girls
they,
screaming
no,
for
listen,
man and that.
listen, the girl,
Had that.
listen, the
Oh,
girls,
it's hilarious.
listen.
You've got cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Oh, I had cheerleaders
Murphy's
in the back.
cheerleaders.
Listen,
Anton,
I don't lie.
Anton,
Gallus,
Anton.
I don't lie. Listen, the girls
Gallus.
just listen. If it weren't for those girls and they know they saved me my life because I would have got stripped naked.
Oh,
They said, "Get off him! Don't take his clothes off." Anyway, next thing you know, I was nearly passed out and I was like this, yeah. All I knew is to hold my jeans, yeah. Next thing you know, they brought me upstairs to a bedroom, right? This is what happened,
No, it's
actually.
bad.
Yeah?
It's really bad.
They brought me up to a bedroom
I'm not
and
even
they
lying.
actually fended off the rugby lads and I got put in a room, right? So I thought, I'm done, I'm safe.
Right.
So I pass out now in the bedroom and the house party continues. I wake up, I've got, they used, the ladies' leg shavers, right? So it wasn't a shaver, it was leg shavers.
Shit.
Took both eyebrows off and they put a T in my head.
That's a penis.
Not a penis, it was a T because it was Tom.
Oh,
It was
I thought it was
a
a penis.
T.
Tom.
He thinks it was a T.
So he thought
you couldn't see it. You couldn't see the top.
No. It was T.
They weren't trying to do 3D drawings.
No. Listen, it was a T.
Why would he put his own?
No, listen. It was a T because it was a rugby player who was on my team. His name. I won't give his full name. His name was Tom.
No, but bro, how could you see it? Like,
no, because what happened was, listen, I'll be honest with you. I woke up here, and there's more to it. They also put chocolate Nutella all in my pants.
Oh wow!
Right, so I woke up and I was like, ah! Yeah. By the time I'd woken up, because I was dead, right? I woke up around 6 a.m. So I've woken up and I've gone, ah! I've gone into the bathroom mirror. Yeah, I'm screaming. Yeah, the girl's house it was. She's come. What's got? I've looked in the mirror. I see the T in my head. Yeah, like with a leg shaver, skin. Yeah. The T is skinned in, yeah. My eyebrows are gone, skin, right? My first reaction is I'm looking to kill everyone in sight. I've literally, but I'm thinking it's 11 at night. I think party's gone. So I've run downstairs and like it's like everyone's gone, yeah. And the girl's gone, like, calm down, what's going on? I was like, yeah. So I'm running around the street outside. I'm gonna. Anyway, listen. So I'm next thing you know, I've gone home. My mum's laughed in my face, and I've gone, look, I wasn't drinking. I fell asleep, and he's not. Anyway, I then go to the barbers, and the barbers they laughed in my face. All of them, Yardie man, all laughing at me because I've got skin. So what do they have to do? What do they have to do? They had to do bald like R. Kelly in. Back and forth, like they had to do skin, eyebrows. I then had to go to my mum. She got the what do you call it? Mascara. You drew my eyebrows on. So I drew my eyebrows on, and I've gone skin like R. Kelly at the top, and I've gone right. I'm going to school. listen. I've gone right. I'm going to school on Monday. It's calm, right? I go in. School laugh at me. The headmaster's laughing. The teacher. They said. Go home. You can't come in like you look like you're dying. Yeah, like because I'm skin and it's like they've said go home, don't come back, and that's what's happened.
You've had a couple of nights where you've like passed out though. When I think about it,
I've had a few, but you know, let's save that for another day. Answer Hugh's question, and Hugh's question is: have you had scenarios like the Gorilla Glue? That was a good one. Yeah. Have we got one for you?
Gorillas?
Have we got one for you? No, there's something like where it's a bit.
You tell me. I actually haven't. I can't think of any.
No mad scenarios like that.
Not with
where you've been taken advantage of by.
No. Not in terms.
What about after the Drake concert?
Yeah, but that's the different time of taking advantage.
Wait, what?
He's talking about. You said taking advantage. He's now going to flip it into an innuendo.
Okay. Were you taken advantage of at a Drake concert?
I don't get taken advantage.
What happened? You would expect.
Listen, it's nothing to do with Gorilla Glue. Let's stick to
Gorilla
Glue.
Okay, that's for another time, though.
That's for another time.
# free the realness.
Amen. Big up Drizzy, though.
We just want to touch quickly on something that is affecting everybody, and it seems to be going on and on and on. Lockdown, indeed.
LD.
The big L.
The big L. That's literally what it's called.
We're all suffering, aren't we?
So big L. I've heard that one.
It looks like it's going to be extended, and they're saying the summer.
Is that facts? Yeah?
At the earliest, that things are going to happen very slowly, and that this
is that them hoping that everyone's vaxxed by then. That's the only way it will come out. Yeah.
You know, no politician that I've actually heard speak is confident enough or brave enough or knows enough to actually give anything concrete.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fucking annoying.
And as a result, we're kind of just sitting here, kind of, you know, not knowing what's going to happen.
But I think we're all at a point where we're not knowing what's going to happen, but we're kind of just calm with it now. Yeah. I think I've got the vibe from most people now. Like, we're living just with
I agree. No, I agree.
Now,
like, you know,
at this point.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Listen, I'm not the best with authority.
Yeah, I was good. Yeah, I'm going to.
I really do like my space and freedom. I value them greatly. So, whilst I am comfortable sitting in my house forever, really, that's the truth. I've got to be honest. I also want the option to not feel guilty when I'm going to the shop, because right now I'm actually looking over my shoulder just to see if, you know, anyone is wondering why I'm out.
No, you'll have to go to the shop.
No, but psychologically, I feel like I've been put in a position where I feel like I'm supposed to be at home.
Shit, I need to start feeling like that.
Well, no, not everyone does, but some people who,
No, it's true.
No, okay, tell me why, man.
I'll tell you why. Because Aaron's made a good point where like this is like normality, and my reality is the people that I speak to in like my closest circles, a lot of people are breaking the rules. Like not in a malicious way, but in a way where it's like, okay, like I am gonna go and see that person. I won't stay and have a house party, but we might have a few drinks and we might walk to the park, or we might do X, Y, and Z.
Well, you've done that, innit?
I'm not saying what I've done.
So
but
people
I'm
are
saying
doing
like,
that right now currently?
Yeah, because there's no clubs open, so the next best thing is you might have a little drink.
But are they not risking their lives?
No, but you're doing it in a way where you're still trying to play by the rules, so you're still getting tested.
They're
still getting tested.
This is the dilemma.
I know some people that are getting tested. Can I just throw this in? I know some people that are getting tested twice a week. They're treating it like the clinic, where it's like before I'm active, I'll have a test and just check, or I might see someone and then I'll have a test afterwards just to make sure.
I do that.
That's what people are doing.
After I've been around a few people, I'll do a test.
This is the new normal. So people are just seeing people and getting tested just to make sure that they're being safe.
Well, what else? I mean, what else can you do, really?
There's nothing else you can do.
I think just stay in your yard.
No, but yeah, I agree.
You know, initially, right, my whole feeling about the whole thing was I don't understand why people find it so difficult just to sit in their yard for a minute whilst we can just, hopefully this thing moves on. Now, I've actually flipped that completely. Because I feel like people are being put in a position where they have no choice, where there is really no end in sight.
Agree. I completely agree.
For a lot of people who aren't lucky enough to have a garden or to have friends or to have family, or their whole life revolves around those things.
Socializing.
Imagine
that's
listen,
difficult.
Let me tell you now, by the time we get to April, May, that's going to have been nearly 15, 16 months where there's been constant on and off, lockdown, not lockdown, lockdown, not lockdown. What do you want the British public to do? Like a lot of people who initially were playing by the rules have suddenly seen so many people who aren't, and all of this like indecisiveness from the government where they're pussyfooting on decision making. Of course they're going to be like, you know what, fuck you, 2 fingers up to you. Like, you don't know what you're doing, so why am I supposed to, how am I going to trust you if you don't know what you're doing? So I don't blame people for suddenly taking the matters into their own hands.
Listen,
as long as you're not doing anything stupid, like, I don't blame people for saying, right, actually, I'm gonna make my own decisions about what I'm doing. Like, I don't blame people for doing that.
The simple fact is, right, I get what you're saying, but everywhere's closed. Right, so you can like try and say like I'm not listening to the rules, okay.
No, but he's saying link ups, party, like drink ups and that.
All right,
within reason though.
That's not what I miss. Like I don't want to do link ups where everywhere's closed in the park.
You don't miss your friends though, like drinking and social.
Yeah, I miss my friends, right, and family, whatever. But the fact is, everywhere's closed, so I might. What is it you miss then, man? I'll be real. I miss playing football.
Okay, so
I'll be real. I'm gonna be totally real with you guys. Yeah. During a lot of this lockdown, football wasn't locked down, right? And I'm a football player. So I actually found the lockdown, like, the first time I felt lockdown is now. And that's only...
No, it was for a minute. Do you remember? Mikel Arteta, Arsenal manager, got corona, and that was the first time when they did shut everything down.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, when football went off TV for a bit, that was a killer, right?
Big killer.
But ultimately... that's all that affects me. When there's no football on TV, or if I'm not playing football, right. I need both of those things, right? I honestly can stay in my yard, right, and not go anywhere. Like I can, most people not even go on holiday for 10 years, right? No, I'm being real. I'm being honest with you, man. Yeah, travel, bro. Because I really love playing football, right? I miss things because I'm playing football. So people might try and arrange something. I don't see my friends Saturday daytime. Yeah, I'll link you after I've played football.
See, I don't agree.
I'm a football dog, and for me, this lockdown with football stopping, I was like, oh wow, because I don't do press ups, I don't do sit ups. I'm screwed.
That's
I don't
how you keep fit. You keep fit.
See, the thing that I can really relate to with that is the football.
Watching
but for me, it was going to the games. So that has totally changed my world, really, and whilst football hasn't stopped, and that is a blessing.
Trust me.
It's also been a real eye-opener as to where we are and where we're going, because what's evident to me more than ever is that they don't actually need fans in the stadium anymore. They can they don't. They can fully make enough money to make this work without us. And that worries me for the future, because I really think that they'll be pursuing options of how they can further monetize situations that we're in right now, because there's no end in sight.
Bro, that's a conversation for another day. I don't want to deviate too much off the topic, but that's really interesting. Do you actually think that's a long-term solution that the Premiership might look at?
We're going to have European Super League very soon. So Premier League might not even be as important, and the Champions League as well.
This is very interesting.
And I think that going forward, you're going to look at things like Facebook, YouTube, Amazon deals, as opposed to BT Sport and Sky. Yeah,
I've been saying that for a while.
And that will mean, again, that they can make a hell of a lot more money without people even needing to step into a stadium.
But would they not miss the fans' perspective of that?
They keep going on about, and if you watch enough football, you'll hear them say, fans are what make this game. Fans haven't been there for 16 months either, mate,
and
the game's still going.
That's facts.
So I'm going to throw something else in there, just back to what you said about the lockdown going on until the summer. Look, Trax plays football, and fair play. Like, for me, I haven't played football in about 10 years. He's lucky he's still got sport as a hobby that he enjoys. You go to a lot of games. I watch a lot of games. I don't go wherever, but I actually miss sitting in the park with my friends. I'll be real. Like, for me, that's
you're allowed to do that.
No, but not. But no one's doing that right now because we're in winter. But I'm saying, like, one thing that I'm super excited about is let's say the clubs and the bars are still closed. If I can sit in Clapham Common, whatever, and just like get out, just basically get a few man round, get a few drinks in, and just chill and see my friends.
You know me, that's dead. Like,
I like seeing my friends.
But it's going to a park, like,
I like seeing. I'm happy to see. I'm happy to see my friends in the park. Ideally a rooftop bar, but that's a whole different conversation.
You're very social as well.
Yeah, right? I'm really social. I want to see my friends.
You do brunching though, right?
I do it, but I do a lot of brunches because the missus makes me do the brunches.
So this is a new thing for you?
Yeah, to be fair, brunches is a new thing. The last year I've been doing a lot of brunches. Obviously, CJ introduced me to a rooftop one that I went to recently. That was probably the last one I went to in Shoreditch. Yeah. But bro, I am social. I do like being around people. I like being in crowds. That's why I enjoy this podcast, if I'm honest. Like, it's like a catch up with friends, to be fair, like every week. But yeah, I guess as well, that's why I'm so active online, because I'm still keeping that social aspect of like making sure I'm connected to my friends or making sure they know what I'm up to. But that's the only thing I miss, really. Travel and socializing with friends.
Amen. I'm not ashamed to admit that, man. I love the buzz. Like, I respect the reclusive aspect of what you do, Hugh.
Yeah.
And also Trax. But I love the buzz of seeing people that you like similar to this podcast, and just basically having a few drinks, catching a few ideas.
Same.
But also just bounce ideas off each other. That's a very powerful thing. You can't do that if you're a recluse.
That is one of the biggest things that I miss about
trust
what
me,
I do.
If you are,
I'm now being forced.
Let me tell you now, lads. If you are isolating yourself in your own yard, you are missing out on some big ideas. Like, one of the best things about getting smart people together, or even people on your wavelength, is just swapping ideas. You can't do that when you're on your own.
Yeah,
maybe virtually or digitally, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah, that's why I like meeting new artists, working with new artists, because I'm always taking in their information.
When you're with artists, and you're like,
it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
You can't replicate that.
Yeah, I do miss that. You're making me miss it more, bro.
It's so important.
You don't seem that bothered.
It's not him. It's not Trax.
But like, he knows me.
What is your lockdown experience? So you seem happy like where you are right now.
And you've done a 360, because when I first met you, you was Mr. Socializer. Yeah, you was out here.
Oh yeah. I was out. No, definitely
networking though. I mean, like networking, meeting people, making friends. You was active like me.
Yeah,
bro.
definitely. I was out there. We used to party a lot. Yeah, party a lot. But even those days, like when I used to live with CJ, I definitely slowed down before him. Like where there were times where he was going out with our other friends, and we lived together. And like, we're next door, our bedrooms, and he'd be going out all the time still, and he'd knock on my door, be like, "You coming out?" And I'd be like, "No, I can't." And he'd be like, "What are you doing then?" I was like, just sitting down. Whereas I get like, maybe maybe it's more that he's active, like, because he doesn't want to sit in his room. Like he wants to go out.
I love that as well. I do love them days. I love them days where I'm just at home watching a little Netflix and chilling for the weekend. I love that, but I like a balance. But that's
the mad thing. Like, I'm not even, as you all might know, I'm not even a Netflix watcher, or I don't watch any shows.
What do you do?
I don't watch nothing.
On TikTok all day.
I don't watch anything.
Literally. Man is on WhatsApp and TikTok all day.
I'll be real.
Sometimes I do ask myself, what do you actually do?
I'm not even on that.
I don't even work.
I'll be real. I don't know what you do.
I'll be real.
What do you do?
Like,
please be real.
There was a point up until this year where I'd be on Xbox a lot. Like, I'd play a lot of FIFA and that. Like, I was gaming a lot.
Yeah.
But now I don't game. There's so much football on TV. So I'm watching football, and those games, the last game will finish at 10. And then 10, it's like you almost like
time for a quick scroll.
little scroll, maybe read a book and go to bed. Like, I'm not really into like.
You like the calm country life now, which is fair enough, bro.
Like, the thing is, I'm just chilled. Like, I don't know. I've never. Do you know what it is, right? Like how CJ knows, when I'm out, like, I'm cool. When I'm with my people, it's calm. But
yeah,
I'm not really on going out much anyway. Like,
because you know why that might be? We rinsed it.
Yeah.
In the early, like 2012, 11, we rinsed going out so much. And I hear that sometimes. Yeah. But I do miss it. Maybe it's because I'm a DJ, but we rinsed it so much going out every weekend in the same sort of clubs, the same weekend club, like West End clubs, seeing the same people. Like, it gets a bit jarring and boring after a while.
One of my favorite times out of recent times was back when we went to Amsterdam. Us four. I
can't wait to go.
We didn't go clubbing or raving on that, but it's like I enjoyed just. I'm with my people. Yeah. It's like we're vibes in, and we're talking a lot of shit all day. Walking around the town, I love the actual town of Amsterdam.
Can I just tell you?
And for me, I love that vibe. Like,
but that's similar to what CJ's saying, but in England.
Yeah, I guess so. And I guess for me, it's just like England's like whatever. Like he gets more gassed by things like brunches, and you lot like brunches and all that. But it's like
right. Listen, lads, we're going to move the conversation on because, as per usual, we are featuring your emails and relationship issues. This is the Agony Uncles section of the podcast. Make sure you send your issues for our advice to forthepeoplepodcast@gmail.com. We're going to kick this off with our first email of the day, which reads, "Hey guys, hope you're all good. I've been having some conversations since last summer with an ex of my friend. We were friends previously, and most of it has been harmless until the last couple of months. Recently, we've started getting a bit closer, and I could see things were going in a different direction. Me and my friend haven't really been the closest, but it's still putting a conundrum in my head as to whether this is right or not. Now the girl has claimed to have feelings for me, and I'm not sure how to proceed. Do I give it a go, or do I show respect to my mate, even though we haven't been that close in a minute?"
Sorry, could I just quickly go in?
Sorry,
but can I just say, big up the email personnel, because a lot of these topics are stuff that we discuss in group chats. It's all mad. Like, we literally had a conversation about this.
I'm sure you may well know these people, but they are emailing us anonymously.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. These are real questions. Like, we had a chat about this in the group chat about a week ago, and like my answer to it is, for me, I don't go down the ex territory. Anyone that's been like gone out with one of my closest day ones, I don't go there. It's just not a thing.
Is it an ex or a ex friend? So that was his friend.
He says
an ex of his friend. Yeah,
an ex of his friend.
An ex of his friend.
So they're not that close anymore, though.
It's his mate's ex.
Okay,
they're not that close.
I'm gonna free the realness, and give the real answer. The real answer is, if it's one of my day ones, I don't go there. If I'm not close with that day one anymore,
you will snake him.
No. Snake is a bit harsh. Snake's a bit harsh.
It kind of is though.
No, if I'm not close with that guy, anymore.
So you're like, no, we're not cool anymore.
Not friends.
Let me move, man.
No, if we're not friends, that's different.
No, you're friends, right? Okay, let me.
If we're not friends,
this is the way that I can see this, because I've got friends, for example, in the WhatsApp who I haven't messaged or they haven't messaged me in, let's say, a year. But realistically, they're still friends.
Yeah, 100.
Right?
No, not really, G.
Yeah.
Bro, I go months.
They're not my friends. I don't deal with them. I don't deal with them guys there, bro. I lock off things, bro.
Okay, so there's no rules. There's no rules for you.
Bro, I don't have many friends. If you're not what's in a year, like it's
no. I go months without speaking to my friends, like 6 months.
I don't think friendship is determined by how long you've spoken to someone. By the way, I don't think that's.
I have done that. Yeah, but I'm saying is.
So it's good to know though that you are willing to snake your friends after 6 months of no WhatsApp messages.
No. Listen, for me,
it's good to know.
What kind of friends?
Listen for me. This is it's really simple for me. It's a harder question for CJ. CJ's got a lot more friends and associates. CJ's very personable. He's out there. He's most got 100.
He's a networker.
Yeah, he's a networker.
So
CJ,
brunching.
I am a networker.
CJ's got loads of friends.
Give him an example of someone who's not his day one, but is kind of outskirts of a friend. Would he?
If I was single, I would. Yeah, of course, 100%. What if it's an associate's ex? Of course I would. I'm not being horrible to anyone that.
Where is it?
If it's someone,
I can't do that, bro.
No. If it's an associate's ex,
this is not. No. I just want to use the word specifically used in this email, and that is friend. Right? She is an ex of my friend.
Okay, let's be mature about this, guys. Right?
A good example. I got one for you. I don't want to say names on podcast. Yeah, but
don't say names.
You know Thingy.
I don't know who Thingy is.
What are you talking about?
All right, no.
No,
this is he's about to shit.
This is nonsense.
Anyway, I'm going to be very honest about this, because I want to give genuine advice rather than just talking like four lads. Yeah, here's what I would do personally. If you actually care about the girl and you actually do think there's something there, then I would talk to the person. That's the obvious.
Talk to the guy.
Talk to the guy. That's the obvious solution.
So you think?
What, do you think so?
Yeah.
Is he saying that he likes her though?
I think he's thinking about it.
Yeah, bro, 100%. If he is thinking about it,
he's got a conundrum in his head.
Do you know how many girls are out in the world?
I think this is where we're different, bro. If he likes her, and the fact that he's even conscious about it, that's a good sign, bro. Like, you can't have like that. What's the word? Like, you can't keep tabs on every ex that you've had and said like no one else.
No, you're not listening to the question properly. This is the best way to explain it. I'm gonna take the reins here, right? Because I'm good at explaining these things, right? No, a better example is this. Ironic breaks up with his missus today. Right? No, listen. No, let me finish because I'm reading what's happening. Ironic breaks up with his missus today. You don't speak to Ironic for a year. Right, you don't actually speak. The podcast locks off. It's a lock off. There's an argument, and you two haven't spoken for a year. You're out, and you and his missus bumping. It's like, you used to go out with our. What? It's a single thing.
I know what you're doing because he's blonde. I know what you're doing.
It's a blonde thing. And you go, it's a blonde thing. Listen. You haven't spoken to my man for a year. Right? Listen. For a year, you're single. You see, what's happened there? Is that a no? Because obviously, or is that? Remember, it's not your boy anymore. It's a year.
It's a very easy answer. It doesn't work because I wouldn't do that because out of respect for.
But you just said earlier it's a straight. I'm beating. So what's changed?
Ultimate troll.
But you see what I'm saying though?
Listen, the answer to that question is if I've got respect for the Don and actually I still do like them. I'm not judging.
And you haven't spoken for a year.
I'm not judging longevity or the amount of time you spoke to someone on the closest.
Okay. So even if it was 5 years, 6 years, you don't care.
Some of the closest people I haven't spoken to in years, bro.
So none of us here. What you're saying is none of us here have any experience with
snaking a man.
Nah, bro.
In effect, you've never been with or tried to get.
I have. Yeah, loads.
No, but I'm
free the realness.
Share your story.
So you've moved to man's
Share your story.
Yeah, I went to university. I went to university though.
I went to
reveal your story.
What does that mean?
I went to university.
I went to university.
Can we have specific?
That's what people do.
Tell a story of when you've gone out with one of your friends.
All my stories are uni, and in uni, like it was epic, like it was mad, like
man of sharing things.
Yeah, like uni, it was different. Like when I was at uni, it was like. I've got friends now that who when I broke up with a girl, one of my close friends would get over.
But we want to hear about you.
Oh, I've had the same thing where it's like I'd be playing football with a guy who's my friend at uni, and he would break up with his missus, or he might have been still with her. I don't know, but ultimately, because he's just my football friend, he's my football friend. I might say, babe, it's blessed.
People still go to the same functions.
Yeah. And the thing
I'm
is,
surprised the music business isn't like that as well.
I think it is, bro. I think it is. Trust me, I think it is.
Well, ironic. Mean, like girls getting around and...
Well, not so much that, but it's almost like there's a small unit of people who just kind of go in around.
Yeah. Every girl knows every man, and every man knows every girl in music. It used to be anyway when I was single back in the day, in my wild days. I don't know what it's like now. It's probably a bit more wider spectrum.
So can you give us an example?
They call
of
it Dick Cousins.
Because really,
Dick Cousins.
Now, a lot of people watching or just looking at even now looking at celebrity news are going to see people hooking up. I remember you telling me a story, right, of how you were being either asked to do this or that you were actually being paid to do this to act like you were with someone.
I've had that as well.
So
shit.
Can you give us
when I came out Big Brother, it was one of the girls was like, because I was new to the world. Obviously, you were in the world, but I was entering it, and this girl was like, "Oh, do you want to meet for a drink at some cafe? I know the photographer at Daily Mail. He's going to take pictures of us eating, maybe little lips, and then I'll split the money we get from the photographer with you." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What do you mean? You know the photographer?" I thought Paps just turn up randomly,
right?
But Paps don't do that. It's usually set up.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going into one thinking, random Paps just pop up, but no, you arrange it with them and go, "Look, listen, the fee you get from Daily Mail when you send the pictures of us, give us a portion of that," and then that's what it was.
So I'm going to be here at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. But because I didn't like the girl, and two, because I'm from the Gaza, I said, no thank you,
No,
all the best.
You.
I'm not on that. So I said, bless. But she went on, and I saw her do it with a few other people, and that's how you make the P.
Okay. I've had that several times, the same sort of thing, like where certain teams have been like, "Oh, get pictured with this girl coming out of the club," like the papers were going mad, she's another celebrity or singer. And but I've done the same thing. No.
But I've seen you with a few though, obviously.
No, but obviously that was on stage.
No names in that. no names in that. No names in that. But I've seen a couple too. Oh yeah, a couple. But
I actually had one recently. It was
recently. Wow, rotted. I said recently.
This was mad. I had a company hit me up recently. Should I say the name or the show? Or what?
Yeah, say it.
Celebs Go Dating hit me up recently, and they were like, "Yeah, can you join the show for this episode or whatever?" I was like, "No, but I'm engaged. Like, I got a missus. She's at home and she's cooking. She's chilling." They were like, "No, it's cool. It's just acting. Just act like you're single. You're flirting with this girl." I was like, "Are you crazy?
You can't."
For me to go home, and my missus.
So again, that is quite similar to the conversation we were having earlier. Is there a price on which your partner says, "I'll allow you to do that"?
That's a question for her. That is a good question, because I don't know how she would feel. If the money's mad, she might say, "Babe,
do what you gotta do." Yeah,
she might.
I don't even know this. I got asked to go on X on the beach.
That's it.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah,
X on the beach.
And
how does that work?
I think it was. It's like all exes going on a beach or something. Yeah, MTV. And basically, I was like,
they find your.
No, because I knew I knew a few of the girls that were on that series, and I was like,
"We know, babe."
No, thank you. We knew. I was like, "No, thank you."
So you, as in, you had previous history with people.
Yeah, that's the whole show. That's the whole premise of the show.
Okay.
Yeah, they find random.
And they're trying to make it
because they just call people. Most of these shows, like even Love Island, they know who they want. They call them directly, or they DM directly and say, "Listen, we've been watching you. We want you on this thing." And you just decide yes or no.
And that goes to what you're saying. Like, it's so small, everyone just hits up everyone.
But not anymore, though. We're old now. It's a new wave now. We don't know the new things now, bro. You know the things we knew back in the day. They're all married with kids, bro.
He's right.
Yeah, because listen, some of the hoes now are wives.
It's still the same now with the Love Island people. They all know that person.
Oh yeah.
It's the same thing.
Are you worried about the future at all?
I'm very worried.
I sometimes think, like,
fucked, bro.
I watch music videos you send in the WhatsApp group, right? And almost without fail, in fact, I think the Slow Tie one recently is almost one of the only ones which doesn't have women of some sort twerking or doing something.
Concept to it.
It's got an actual concept, which makes it for me a brilliant video, referencing all these 90s songs. The
song was dead, man.
The song is all right. I don't think you're out to know what's hot or not anymore. Yeah. Okay.
The song was dead.
The thing is that these women are going to end up having different lives. They're not always going to be in music videos, and as a result, their kids are going to know that mummy was once twerking for Nicki Minaj or whoever else, or Headie One or whoever else it is. Do you ever think that? I mean, it's dangerous where we're kind of going. Like, do you worry about or what does a mum even say to a?
You can't. There's not much you can say, man.
People just sweeping OnlyFans under the carpet after 10 years.
Okay, I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, I've realised that we are in this #MeToo era where you are not allowed to slut shame. That's why I say to you, you made a really good point earlier, Hugh, where you were raising the question about, is plastic surgery now allowed or acceptable? And I thought it was a really good question. You were being honest about it. And my view on it is that, who am I to come out and say to a girl, "Rah, you've got plastic double Ds," when that girl might have a PhD? Who am I to chat shit to you? Who's anyone to chat shit to a girl that's got double Ds but also got a PhD? We can't slut shame. So I'm saying there are some girls that are super switched on that might be twerking in a video, but they're doing that to get cash to pay for their masters or their PhD.
And that makes it acceptable.
Of course it is, bro.
Because as a parent, though, I don't know.
See, this is different. See, this is the thing, right? That's how I look at it. As a dad, I imagine, and I see these girls on Instagram now, and some of them have made the decision at some stage to take up the offer from the guy in Dubai or wherever else he is.
Yeah.
And they're getting that fast money and potentially scarring themselves mentally for life, but it gets them ahead in life. Now, whether they use that money to get a master's degree or not, I'm kind of not really bothered about. As a dad, if I've gone so wrong in life or bringing you up that you feel that is your only way to be able to create that life for you, then there's a problem.
But I think this is the era we're moving in.
It's the new norm, innit?
I think it is. I think if you're gonna get that cash in whatever way that you want to get that cash. I still come from an era where if a woman starts a business and they're doing art and they're doing graphic design and they're designing interior design in homes and they're sick at architecture, for me that's a fucking sick profession to have. But that's an old school mentality. Girls now who are growing up, they don't want to become architects. They want to make quick money.
People want that
money. They want to create
general,
content.
It's not just women, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
If men were able to create
I'm not
a reaction like women can from OnlyFans,
there's a lot of men on OnlyFans as well.
I'm not. Yeah, but not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't check for that.
Okay.
I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you, lot. Yeah, but all that's happened, and just like everything, social media has just put everything in the light. But ultimately, it's highly likely that everyone's missus here was having some form of OnlyFans lifestyle back in the day when they were young girls. No. Listen.
Right.
Because we're from an era where we're from an era where the girls that we're with, they could just be like, no, I was a good girl back in the day.
Yeah.
What do you mean? There's no online.
There's no history.
There's no history.
It's like us. It's like us. Listen, if we were around in the days of TikTok, we wouldn't be here.
This is what I'm trying to say.
It's quite simple.
So this is what I'm
going to be real.
Listen, lads, it's a very real conversation.
Let's be honest.
It's a conversation.
We are lucky that we got away without being constantly photoed, videoed.
It's a real conversation of quick money versus slow money. That is literally it.
Let me tell you something.
It's fast money versus slow money. If you want to put money, if you want to invest in something and grow it over time, like we're kind of doing with a podcast, etc., you do that. But some people are getting paid overnight from TikTok.
Listen,
just from TikTok.
If there's a girl, there's a girl around our age group, whatever, and she got run a train on her, 5-man run a train on her, when she was 18, right? And then when she's 28, meets a guy she likes. She goes, is she gonna mention that she got a train got run on her when she was 18? Is she really gonna mention that?
That's in her memory bank.
But exactly. Be real, lads. Be real. Is she gonna mention that? No. Wake up, man. I'm being real. I'm not.
So you lot don't ask your missus about their history?
I never do that, by the way.
Well,
listen.
That's
a good question.
Ironic. Let me break it to you. Be real.
I think I'm the only person that doesn't do that.
Even if you went to Mrs. What have you had a gangbang?
I don't do that.
Yeah, I have. No, bro.
Oh, do you?
You're gonna say no.
Ironic's raised a good question. Do you man do that? Do you man do your background checks on a CV?
I have to. I did all my CRB checks before investing.
Do you do CRB checks?
CRB checks? What does that mean?
Just check criminal records.
That your friends don't know her?
Records and check.
Are you actually talking about criminal records?
That's useful as well.
It's a crime. That's useful. No,
I don't actually mean
basically
because what you
I don't mean criminal records.
What in essence
just do your
this all
background
leads
homework.
to is that it's impossible. We are from the era where people have had that slate cleaned because of the lack of footage.
It doesn't matter what you ask your missus.
That's the point.
So
listen,
all
those conversations are a complete waste of time and only massaging your ego.
Facts.
Because whatever they say is a goddamn lie.
Facts.
It's guaranteed.
All you've got to hope is that you're not out on a meal or something, and Jerome comes up, or Tyrone goes, what? Oh, no way! It's been time.
It's peak.
And it's like, what?
And actually, in this era,
he's had that.
Odds. No, I haven't. I'm calm.
He's had that. Who's that?
No, I had that the other day.
Oh, ironic.
No, I had that the other day. No, I was getting in the car.
Who's that?
The missus was driving, and some guy was like, "Oh,
oh God,
no,
so awkward.
I said to her, babe, who's this? Who's that? No, she was like, no, I gave him the space in front, so he said thanks.
Them ones.
I was like, my heart was beating.
Swift.
No, my heart was beating.
I would have said the same thing. Swift one.
I would have said the same.
Listen, I'll be real, but you know what? In this day and age, that's going to become a likely occurrence more and more, man.
No, not for the
new era. You just have to check TikTok and that.
No, for new era.
OnlyFans.
For new era, there's going to be a lot of like crossovers between partners and exes, and it's going to be very messy.
That's why, there's no escape.
Very messy.
There is no escape.
That's facts. That's
your history is kind of logged from a certain period as
That's
well.
it.
We're all kind of locked into that.
Is it story time? Is it story time?
Yeah, we need to answer that question. But wait, what would you man do if you did walk into a restaurant and you see a thing that you used to?
I'm so glad.
I've had that. I've had
for real. I ain't had that.
Oh no! What that you've been with
your missus?
No, that you just
with your missus.
Yeah, if you're walking into the restaurant with your missus, you see some girl, you're like, right, like, and she's like tracks.
No, I'm not had a girl that I've been with. No. But I've definitely like seen girls that I know that like,
but you say with your missus.
Yeah, but I've not been with the girls. No.
Is it? How would you react to that? You just be like,
I was calm because I haven't been with the girls, so it's like, oh bless. Do you mean it's like calm? What's going on? Bless. It's different with men anyway.
Okay, right. We're going to switch the conversation very briefly. This may or not get included. This is another email we've got. Make sure you send your emails to For The People Podcast. I like to think that this podcast is moving in the right direction. We're slowly but surely kind of warms into the whole thing. And, we will be improving it at every available opportunity. I can see that there have been some technical issues along the way. Some of us are just getting our feet. And, it will get better. But I do want to free the realness on this podcast. That is why it is called For The People. And so we will be touching on topics that are going to be slightly uncomfortable for some at times. This could well be one of them. We've got an email here from a follower/subscriber who has stayed anonymous, but he says, why is it that none of you are in a relationship with a black woman? Not to put you guys down, but it's interesting for a number of reasons. Is it social pressure, self-hatred, insecurities, issues with black women? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this. Thanks very much.
I'm really sorry, but I have to go first with this one.
No, you've gone first every time. So let someone else go first because it's actually the CJ Obi show. Really I would like to speak, please.
Listen, I'm happy.
You are actually going. No, don't speak. You're actually going last.
I feel like
you're actually going last. No, don't speak. No, don't speak.
No. But this is really important to me. This is really important to me.
No, please. You say
because I'm the only full black person here. Can I have this one?
Right. Listen. First of all, fantastic guesswork or research to assume that no one's missus is black here. I don't know where you got that from. Right, but well done. To clarify, these man, their missus all white blonde, yeah? My missus is mixed, yeah? Like man's mixed, right? But listen, so I can't maybe answer this one, so I'm going to go really quickly. I'm mixed. My missus mixed. My missus knows I like flavors and spices.
What's flavors and spices?
It's a little, I've always like a little.
What does that mean?
Can you?
Paprika.
Can you explain just for the people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was never going to be in a long-term relationship with a white woman.
Oh,
I was never going to because preference, flavorsome. So I was more likely to end up with a mixed girl or a black girl. So therefore, I'm going to step out of this question because you ain't got me, G. This question's for these man, because these man with the blonde things. Bless up.
Hold on a second. Unfortunately, you are going to have to answer this question because you're, from what I understand, your missus is mixed with English and Indian.
I hate that answer.
What I don't like about this boxing of mixed people is that we're very different. And when we talk personally about how we see ourselves, you relate to being black more than anything else.
Yeah, I'm black.
Now, for me personally, as a mixed race man who associates more with being mixed, I feel that this is a conversation that we really need to delve deeper into, especially seeing as that your right-hand man is more what I would consider to be a black man. Now, I don't even like putting that label on anyone. I don't look at people like that. But ultimately, that's what this comes down to. And this person wants to know why we have all decided that we don't see the other kind of mirror as our partner.
No, but again,
how we've ended up like that in that situation.
But again, just like I said, I actually go for mixed and black women. That's what I'm saying. I'm stepping out of this because that is my preference. I'm not really into. Bro, I'm not. Listen. I'm not really. No relationship. No, listen.
Can you go back to his past?
No, we're talking about relationships. Right. He said our girlfriends. He said girlfriends. Yeah. He said girlfriends.
Right, but
listen. He literally said girlfriends in an email, right? So I'm just saying. That's what I go for, right? So like that is. I was always going to marry mixed or black, right? Simple.
What's wrong with white girls?
It's just. For me, we've got friends like me as well. I don't want to name names. Girls? It's not a long-term relationship for me. It's just because I don't want to get into this because I look bad, right?
No, I just want to hear. I look bad, right?
But basically, it's ultimately
a genuine question.
Like one, it's the way I was raised, the people I was raised around, the area I was raised in. I didn't see a white girl like until a certain age. Like, but anyway, and also I've always just felt like flavors. I like in terms of culture. One minute. Culture. Like, so I like some form of culture, whether you're from Ethiopia, India, China, wherever. I need some sort of culture, spices in the food and flavors, and that's it's a shallow-minded way of thinking. But it's just like I'm not really on like.
I'm gonna
put it this way. Like, and bear in mind, I've got white in my family. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say,
I just want to just quickly add, right? Because I grew up a lot of the time at your house. Or would visit a lot anyway, and I remember seeing your nan there a lot.
Yeah,
and your nan is
white Irish,
right?
White, pale like A4 paper.
Ever.
Would you say she has no culture?
Right, that's my thing. Because what I don't really like, especially being what I consider to be mixed race, I'm proud of both the white and black side of my family, is this idea that one has more than the other.
I agree.
I agree. But listen, you're not getting me. It's about what I just said to you, the area I'm raised in, how I was raised, right? Like I was raised, you know my mum, right? I was raised a certain way. I was raised deep in the Gaza. And like I said to you, now I'm being so real, and you would agree with me as well. And this is why you should agree with me, right? Like you should agree with me, because that I generally didn't see any white girls to fancy growing up. Like there were no
CJ,
there were none about no
CJ.
you and CJ. You've got to admit the same thing, because growing up there's no way
I know
there's
that
no
that's
way
not,
you
listen,
and white girls to fancy growing up.
I'm gonna quash this. CJ, don't answer that for a second, please, mate, because seeing as we all went to the same school,
I was gonna say
all boys, all boys.
No, what Jags, Allens. No, please don't insult my intelligence,
bro. He's chatting shit.
Okay,
all of the
for me.
All of the parties that you would have gone to would have had white girls at. All of them, without fail, without question.
No, but not for me.
Bro, you're not free in the real. Bro.
This is for the people.
CJ,
come on, we need to be real.
CJ, answer and tell us why.
CJ, was I on it? Be real, CJ. But was I on it though?
Bell and Payne.
But was I on it?
Bell and Payne.
What, a long-term relationship?
Who was it?
I was the only one single. I was the only one.
You two are having a conversation between yourselves.
Anyway.
He knows me, yeah, and I'm going to pass over the season now, but he knows me. It's not like, and he admits as well. It's not. No, I
will say. First of all, I'm going to stick to the topic of the question. I think it's a very good question. I appreciate you for G-checking all four of us. Yeah.
3 of you.
Let me say mine. Mine's going to be short. Okay,
blonde things, you 3, yeah?
Obviously, my thing, first of all, before I get into mine, she's got Brazilian in her, innit?
Okay!
Just in case, man. You know what I'm saying?
Big up.
Yeah, so big up.
Oh, yeah, you're with me. You're with me.
Obviously, she doesn't look. You know what I'm saying? She's got the blonde and the blue eyes.
Brazilian, yeah.
But my thing is, I don't see color like that, bro. Like that's not my thing. Like when I was growing up, I went for all sorts of flavors. I can't lie. Mixed black girls, white girls. Just so ended up, I went for the nicest girl I could ever come across, and we fell in love. That's my answer. It's no deeper than that. There's no deep thought. Oh, she's not black. I can't. You know what I'm saying? We just got along. But I've been with all types of girls.
So you've had long-ish or whatever lasting relationships with mixed and black women.
My second longest relationships with a mixed race girl.
Okay.
Right. And that was my thing when I was younger. Mixed race girls was my thing.
CJ?
Yeah. So my thing is, I'm going to throw this in. I'm going to say this as swiftly and as straight to the point as I possibly can. So first of all, for context, I had an ex-Nigerian girlfriend.
Oh my God! No, listen. I'm out.
No. Just listen.
Talking out of the
You go. Why? Stay there.
We're not doing that,
It's
bro.
story time.
I have all these exes. He's listing the one black girl, which he's with for like 4 months.
Bro, when he told his story, I didn't
stop
interrupt.
it.
Can you not interrupt when I'm telling my story? Can you not interrupt? I'm answering the question.
Don't do that, though.
I'm answering the question.
Be real, though. Be real, bro.
Have respect. I'm answering.
Why are you picking that one?
I'm answering the question.
Okay.
So for context, I have had a Nigerian girlfriend. I'm just trying to give context here, right? So this is not a thing of we're saying no to black girls, yeah? I'm saying like, and I don't even agree with like, obviously big up Ironic Misses. I don't agree with like finding a percentage of some sort of exotic country to say, oh, by the way, I'm still like, I don't agree with that. Because
add that.
I know, but I'm saying like, I don't think it has to be like that. I'm saying like, for me, like, to get my missus, there's a connection with, first of all, respecting where I come from, having the same wavelength, understanding my heritage, my culture, and basically embracing it, like getting to know it. Like, I think it doesn't matter where you're from, whether you're white, black, Asian, whatever. If you respect someone and where they come from, that's hard enough in itself. That in itself is a W. Like, more time, a lot of people are selfish. A lot of people are selfish. A lot of people don't want to know your side of your family or get to know it. Like, they want to. It's about themselves, right? That's a fact. That is a fact. So my answer to the question, because I'm sticking to the point, he's saying, why don't you go for this sort of person? I'm saying, like, listen, a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush, right?
What?
Listen to me. No, listen. Lads, you're not listening to me. Lads, listen to me.
Hold on.
Please. You're not letting me finish.
Before he finishes.
A bird in the hand is better than two in the bush, yeah? When you find something that's good, don't wait around for something that's going to come across that's black or Nigerian. Like,
so what happened with your ex that was Nigerian?
Because she wasn't the one. She was bougie. She was moving mad awkward, and she wasn't the one. Whereas my miss at the moment is the one.
I'm playing devil's advocate, and I understand you can find one white woman that can embrace your culture and learn your culture.
Thank you.
Playing devil's advocate.
Thank you.
Would it not be easier being with a black woman?
No.
Or Nigerian woman who listen.
I found the one, though.
Who actually understands your culture quicker because she's from your culture.
No,
would it be easier?
No, because I found.
So why are you trying to convince? Why are you trying to convince a white woman to embrace your culture?
I didn't convince.
You just said though.
I didn't convince.
You just said though you can teach them to embrace culture.
No, I didn't
say
teach.
But why? Why does she need to? Why does she need to?
You didn't hear me.
Let her be herself.
You didn't hear me.
Yeah, but why does any woman need to embrace
culture?
culture?
She embraced it.
But why? Who cares? But why is that relevant? Why mention it?
Because she did.
No, but why mention it?
Because it's not normal though.
No, but you don't need to embrace culture. Be yourself. You be you.
Do you know why I mentioned it? Because 90% of people will be like, oh, it's not really me.
What's wrong with that though? Because you've chosen to be with one particular woman. You don't need to embrace the culture.
I guess it's a blessing.
That's what I'm saying.
If it's a blessing,
no, she does need to embrace it.
No, but why though? No, why? Why?
Because
thank you, bro.
No, but if you're expecting that, then
I'm not expecting. No, but I'm saying like you don't go out looking for it. But when it happens and it's normal, it's a beautiful thing.
It's just
part doesn't have to though.
No, but I didn't say you have to. But when it happens,
you mention it.
That's one thing that I guess.
I think it is important, bro.
It is important.
I think if they embrace, I think if you're together and you fancy that girl and you fancy the way they move,
she has to embrace your culture.
No, I'm saying like I'm saying they don't have to, because look, let me answer your question. Let me answer Trax's question. Yeah, they don't have to. If they don't embrace it, then it's just a beating thing. I'll be real. It's a link. Do you get it? It's not wifey.
But what I'm trying to say is,
I'm answering your question. No, but I'm saying if they don't embrace it, then you accept that. Oh, it's not wifey.
No, but do you get what I'm saying?
Do you get
what I'm saying though?
Do
you get what I'm saying? That you love all cultures. Listen, you get my point. That you love all cultures. You didn't care about anything, right?
Yeah.
You care about. It doesn't matter, right? Love is love, right? But what I'm trying to say is, if you fall in love, you got your missus. You fall in love, right? who cares? Don't even mention about embracing culture. She doesn't have to embrace your culture.
No,
because you fall in love. No, because you've been falling in love with her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, I don't want to take that risk. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to take the risk because I get what you're saying. It is a great bonus. But guess what? Guess what? If I fall in love with a particular girl, right, and she doesn't embrace my culture, I can't then start going, "Hey, babe, can you embrace my culture?"
But I'm saying he might have fallen in love with
please. Like, allow it, bro. No, you chose this road.
Hey, CJ, I got a question for you though. Did you ever experience this? Because one of my friends. He's got Jamaican family, yeah?
Okay.
His mum proper Jamaican.
Yeah.
She says to him, don't come home with no white.
Oh, no, bro. I've
Did
heard
you
stories.
experience that?
I'm one of the lucky ones. I'll be real, bro. Free Nerodas. I'm lucky, bro. My dad's Nigerian family. Like, I won't go too deep. I lost my mum years ago. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But I've got a Nigerian dad who's basically looked after all of us, and he's basically welcomed my missus with open arms.
Perfect.
I'm like, as long as you make my dad happy, like my dad, because my dad is very switched on. If my dad's like, she's a good woman, that's all.
Let me ask you something then. Do you have any part of you at all which feels like you have a responsibility to your mum or to black
100.
women?
Yeah, 100, because I've got a sister as well.
Right.
So I'm like, if my sister,
she's black,
loves my wife, and my dad loves my wife, and they're both like,
no, that's what he's saying.
No,
that's
what
he's saying. He's saying your mum and sister are black.
No, but they're saying that
your
mum
and
would be
sister are
proud.
black. No, they're black. So
my sister's saying that my mum would be proud.
You've got to recognise this, man. Listen to this. Listen to this, man. CJ, listen. CJ.
I'm answering your question.
He's smart, you know. He'd be
I'm
a good lawyer.
My sister's saying, I love your white wife.
No, listen
to me. This is not politics, right? And I'm way smarter than that. That's not going to work.
No, I'm answering your question.
No, hold on a second.
Go on.
I watched this Muhammad Ali interview once, right, where he said that you don't ever see two different types of birds flying together.
Right.
You don't see like a sparrow and a crow flying together.
You man got these bird analogies.
Yeah, I was just saying.
You just see crows flying together. Yeah. Or sparrows flying together. Now, he said that, and this is it from a very different time, clearly, that you were meant to stay with your own.
I don't agree with that. But
Now, look, right. Obviously, you don't agree with that.
Yeah.
None of us, regardless of whether you think you're in this conversation or not, none of us clearly think like that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we would be seeing the mirror.
I'm mixed with mixed. I want to hear the end of this point.
You're actually embarrassing yourselves by putting your missus into the same box as you. It's actually embarrassing. Because your missus is nothing like you.
You said mixed race is taking over the world. You said that.
No, CJ is mixed race. CJ is mixed race.
I want to hear the end of the point.
Everybody is mixed race. You do realise that, right?
I want to hear the end of the point.
When I say mixed race, we're talking about
I know what you mean.
Majority black. That's what we're talking about.
What you mean.
That's what this question is. This guy wants to know why we have not ended up with a black woman. Now, what I'm saying to you is, you've got to recognise that your mum/sister will have one stage or right now have sat there and thought, am I not good enough? Or why does he think that someone like me isn't what he wants to be with?
Yep.
That's my question.
Can I come back to the point? Let's say, so two things, and without going too deep, my sister's got a white man. You get it? So I'm like, we come from an era where I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship to go to a very, very good school, the same school as you, Hugh, where, like, as you well know, we're surrounded by predominantly white people. So the way you're raised, you birds of a feather flock together. Like, you are a product of your environment. So naturally, when I'm going out, I'm exposed to like more white people than black people. This was not a conscious decision to say, I don't like black girls. Like, some of my best friends, in fact, if you look at without going too deep, if you look at my history, most of my friends, most of my circle are black. But what I'm saying is, like, it wasn't a conscious decision to choose a white partner.
It was, though.
No, but I'm saying I chose what
quite clearly it was.
No, because I'm
saying
that's who
you've ended up marrying.
No, because you know why?
You've sat there and you have made a conscious decision that is what I want my life.
So what?
Listen, I'm only questioning this and raising it as a debate because
but I like the
at some stage you're going to have to look your kid in the eyes and say, you're not exactly like me and this is the reason why.
Okay, so
you're going to have to also explain the things that you go through are not going to be the same as the things that I go through or have been through.
And I'm ready for that conversation. Okay, so if I say to you, you've built up a platform and you don't go out much, as you admit, right? So you don't socialize.
What's going on? Hey, listen. What's going on, bro?
You know when CJ gets the little dagger out?
Yeah.
The little dagger. He's hugging you. Bro.
You don't go out much.
Listen.
What?
Listen, on another point, you're a dickhead.
Lockdown.
Yeah. On another point, you're a dickhead. That's what it is.
Listen.
just switched it. Yeah. Just while you're saying that, I just want to say that I don't like your trainers. It's like, what? He's talking to her.
Hold on.
Lads. I'm making the point.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying this, like, you don't go out much, but it's with good intentions. Like, you're building a platform. The reason I'm saying it is because it's about being a product of your environment. So if I said to you, okay, you aren't going to go out much, which is the life that you live, but when you go out, you might be exposed to certain types of demographic, and it's predominantly, let's say, white. The very few times you go out, right? How can I then point a finger at you and say, you don't like black girls, why haven't you got a black missus? When you would come back and say to me, well, first of all, bro, I'm building a YouTube channel, yeah? The very few occasions I go out.
Listen, let me finish. That wouldn't be my
Let me finish. What's going on? I'm answering the question.
It's actually mad. Huh? Listen, right.
I'm answering the question.
It's quite simple.
I'm saying you are what you do.
You're a product of your environment.
Yeah.
But hold on a second.
That's not
it
clear.
doesn't wash, mate. It doesn't wash.
Why?
Because your answer a minute ago was, I've grown up around black dons and all my mates are black.
Yeah, so you're from Streatham.
You're from Streatham. That is your environment. You're not telling me Streatham, South London, from the 90s was not full of black girls.
I hate to be sexist, but I think that's a guy. I think guys. For me personally, I think the friends I choose are different from the wife that I pick.
You're from Streatham. I'm from.
I'm answering your question. The friends I choose are different from the wife the boys that I pick in my circle are different from the wife.
I think it's
a
topic we might have to touch on again because I'm not sure we've fully covered it. And what I think we've skirted around.
There's more to say.
What I think we've skirted around is the facts, and the fact is that black men have a stigma around them.
I hate the stigma
with white women, right? And vice versa.
I'm a work, right? I'll be totally real, right? Like, I feel like I said to you, I was always gonna be in a long-term relationship with mixed or black, right? That's just me, whether believe me or not, whatever, right? We've all been single and had fun, but I'm saying long-term relationship was always gonna be mixed or black for me, right? If I was Nigerian, fully black, I'd most probably marry a Nigeria or a Jamaica, a fully black woman. That's just me, right? I felt like, and I see myself as black, but I feel like having that so few white members, like my nan in my family, I felt like, I was in touch a bit in the, in different cultures. I'm aware of different things, and I can vibes, and I felt like that made me more comfortable with going away from black, but not enough to go to white. I don't want to get into the technicalities of it, but the only forms of racism that I felt growing up was from family. The white members within family. I don't want to go into details.
I'll be real.
So it's like the way I was raised is clearly different to the way he was raised. He's clearly got a lot of love from all white people he's come across, and they've made him feel special. And everyone's got different experience growing up. My experience was from an early age. My forms of the examples of racism that I caught, and it might not have been too malicious. It was from own family members.
Okay, so that stayed with you then, you're saying, subconsciously even though you're happy going and partying with white girls as well?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, absolutely fine, but it's just like being in a long-term relationship, it made me feel like you might not realise it or mean it, but ultimately, your three misses, for example, and even half my miss family, I'm saying all hypothetically, their families could look at you three.
They do. They look at you differently.
And look at you slightly differently.
Because we are different. We are different.
Listen, there's no malice. Right. But ultimately, they could, in their heads, just think...
I'm gonna pick. Listen.
You might not get it.
Can I pick holes? I'm gonna pick holes.
You might not get it, right?
Yeah.
But what he says is the truth, and I've lived through that as a kid, having seen that happen to members of my family. Because I think the same thing happened to my mum, where her partner's parents looked at us like we were different, and we were different. It was the way that it was done, you know. So I can understand, but that is again kind of reaffirming what CJ said, which is it is your environment that develops you.
I'm gonna pick holes in what he said though, bro, because he mentioned.
I just said that he backed you up.
No, but I'm gonna pick holes. There's more holes, bro. There's a lot of holes there actually. The thing that actually really slightly grated on me is the idea of black is black. So even if you're Jamaican black, you're the same as Nigerian black. Actually, I think you'll find in some households that if you bring a Jamaican girl back to a Nigerian family, there's problems.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
100%. But you know it's the European world, the Western world that's created that narrative of separating different levels.
I don't care who created it. I don't care,
black is
bro.
Black,
I don't care. Listen.
They want us to go, I'm Jamaican. You're Nigerian.
Listen. It's all. That's
what they want.
Bro,
inter-black beef.
Tracks.
But guess what?
Anton. What I'm trying to say to you is irrelevant. It doesn't matter who created it. I'm saying that's a thing. If you bring a Jamaican girl back to a Nigerian household. I'm freeing the realness here, bro. I'm freeing the realness. You can't say black is black. We're all the same. Like, there are divisions even within the black community.
Is that a good thing, though? Is that a good thing?
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm saying it's a fact.
So you're saying...
you can't just say I'm black and I'm going to pick a black girl.
You can't bring a Jamaican girl
I'm not saying can't
you can bring a white girl.
No, I'm saying
you
that...
say your dad switched on.
I'm saying you're acting like you bring a Jamaican girl
back to your house.
Bro,
could you have married a Jamaican girl?
There would have been questions in certain...
But there were no questions for a white girl.
I'm saying the questions for like throughout.
No, you just said earlier that your dad was fine with a white girl.
I'm saying my dad is fine with it, bro. I'm saying there's certain uncles who are living in Nigeria who said to me Jamaican. When I was 11, this is a fact here, I'm freeing the realness, who said, don't bring back a Jamaican.
What about white? What about white?
That was never even a conversation.
So your uncles are cool with white?
That was never a conversation.
Oh, they were just talking about Jamaican?
Yeah, they specifically said Jamaican.
But they've never said anything about
No.
I'll tell you this much, right? Because it is another separate conversation.
It's a real thing, bro.
I think some of the worst racism that I've experienced has been from black people.
Thank you, bro.
So that's the fact that he's saying like Nigerians won't welcome Jamaicans or whatever else it is.
Bro, it's a fact. It's a real fact that doesn't get talked about. And don't get me wrong, I love Jamaicans, bro. Like, my boy is half Jamaican. I love Jamaican. I love Jamaican.
Is it not being in the Matrix? Look, I've thought about this so much, honestly.
Go on.
Being mixed race, I am genuinely kind of stuck in the middle. As in, I feel a little bit like I do have a responsibility to people who are like me as a result of just who I am. Now, it's not my choice who I am, but then going forward, I want to be able to represent people who are like me in a good light, and also teach them or show them things that I've experienced that maybe they haven't yet, or can help them in the future, whether that's my kids or young people or whatever else it is. It doesn't matter. But we are all looking for kind of a role model or someone to show us the way. Most of us, or most of the people watching, probably have got a dad who is the guy who does that for them. Some of us won't have had that. And as a result, you're looking for it in other ways. So I've questioned before whether I'm doing the right thing. I'm not going to lie, that's the truth. I think like sometimes about like, is it dangerous me, you know, I hate to use this word, but kind of diluting my like who I am and seeing a different person in my kid? Or do I want to listen to that Muhammad Ali interview, which is from like 60 years ago, where there was civil rights movement and racism beyond belief, and you know, hangings in the street, lynchings and whatnot. It's a different mentality where there would have been more secularism, more security, more safety in being around you and yours only, because they were the enemy, or they were the thing that you feared or didn't understand, whichever side you're on. So I have thought about whether I would be doing the right thing, but then I feel like it's kind of backwards.
Amen. Being
in this position where I can only speak to a person who speaks my language. Amen. Or I can only see a colour, you know, that you see as the same. The world is fucking rich with colours and people and culture, and we are right now all living on top of each other.
Facts, bro.
All grown up around each other, and if we want to escape this matrix that we're constantly talking about, it's not by sticking in the same room as people who smell and look and taste like us. It's by fucking embracing the fact that we are all now one.
Say it louder.